Hey Capricorn, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ray. Today we'll be asking what is coming up for you in your career and finances, and in the second half of the reading we'll look at love and relationships. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting in your career and finances with the Four of Cups, I'm seeing you being offered something here. This could be an idea or a project that you're focused on, Capricorn, or it might be a new opportunity altogether, an advancement in position or a raise that you're waiting for. Or if you're unemployed or looking for a career change, this could be a completely new job. But I am seeing you being offered this cup here, something extending towards you, and it kind of feels like you're still thinking about it, whether or not you want to take this offer, whether or not you want to take this opportunity. I'm feeling like you're very distracted right now, especially if you have these three cups in front of you, but you're not paying attention to those three cups. They're not satisfying you. You're kind of looking for more. You're looking for something else. You're fantasizing about that fourth cup, about what something different will bring you in your situation here. And I feel like you're still in a place where you're thinking about whether or not this is the best path for you. You might also feel like you're kind of withdrawing right now from social events because you are still in that place of rumination, of thinking about it. And you might feel like you're not very social right now because you're so focused on work. You have the Knight of Pentacles here. In this deck, it's called the Knight of Coins. You could be dealing with another earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, or another Capricorn, but I'm seeing this as your energy. So take it how it resonates. You are in a very dedicated space right now. Like I said with that Four of Cups, I feel like you are slowly and steadily working towards your goals, okay? But you're not rushing forward. Like you're making sure that you're planning ahead and thinking things through. The story of the tortoise and the hare comes to mind with this card. You might also be in a place of learning right now, Capricorn, especially if you're younger or if you're thinking of going back to school, because the Knight can be a little bit of an emotional, immature energy. That doesn't necessarily mean anything bad in this context. I'm actually seeing this as a pretty positive reading for you overall in terms of career and finances, Capricorn. I feel like you're just in a place of learning right now. You might also be like trying to climb the ladder, so you're not necessarily in a leadership position yet, because right now you're still a few rungs below. You're still in the knight position at work. Or you could be like doing an internship or some sort of apprenticeship or something. But this is a place of learning for you right now, and I feel like you are very dedicated to creating a space of abundance for yourself and success for yourself in whatever way that looks like for you. And I feel like you're in the middle right now of kind of creating a comfortable routine where you feel more stable and secure in what it is that you're doing. You have the Lovers card here. Now, as a side message, you could be meeting somebody at work or through work, and there might be a little bit of a workplace romance going on there. But I'm not seeing that being the main message for most of you because this is a career and finance reading. Just wanted to throw that possibility out there because it did come through, so somebody might have needed to hear it. You could be dealing with a Gemini at work, but for most of you, I feel like this is about doing what you love, Capricorn, okay? And this is something that you love to do. It kind of feels like you're coming into alignment with yourself right now. You're in a space where you're feeling very balanced and stable and secure, not only emotionally, but also financially because you are slowly building that foundation of security for you to plan your future on, right? And you're taking those steps forwards that you need to meet your goals. Again, I feel like you're going to be presented with some sort of choice with that Four of Cups there, and it's up to you whether or not you want to take it. If you're confused right now or you feel like you're at a crossroads with a certain opportunity or offer, remember to always choose what you love. With the Four of Cups and the Knight of Coins here, like I mentioned earlier, you might be feeling a little distracted lately, Capricorn. You might find your mind wanders a lot in the office or whatever it is that you do. You might be having trouble concentrating or focusing right now. if you are finding yourself in that distracted headspace, remember that sometimes it's not always about motivation. When it comes to work, sometimes what you need to focus on is that dedication and that discipline. You don't have to always work because you want to. Sometimes you work because you have to, because it's mechanical. It has to become automatic. And I know sometimes that can sound boring, but that's just what creating that comfortable routine will help you bring, that discipline. You're not always going to have the drive to bring your A game every single day, and that's okay. But as long as you're still doing the work, you're still moving towards your goals, even if you feel like you're moving slowly. It's better than not moving forward at all. And I'm seeing you in this space where you're really thinking about planning ahead and creating new structures for yourself so that you can get that harvest that you want, so that you can get that abundance that you want. Because I feel like this cup here, this fourth cup, and this coin that this knight is holding are connected, right? Like this is the end goal, this is the end game, and you're trying to make steps and make moves forward to get you where you want to go. And that's going to involve a lot of planning and restructuring when a plan goes wrong. It doesn't mean you have to abandon the original plan completely. You might just have to practice learning and working with what you have. You might be in a space where you feel very bored right now in life, Capricorn, because I'm kind of seeing you withdrawing into this sense of routine where you wake up, you eat breakfast, you go to work, you come home, you eat dinner, you go to sleep, and it's just like, eat, work, sleep, repeat. And that might just be where you are in life right now, and you feel like things are kind of growing stagnant. But that's okay. Everybody's going to go through those boring periods. Again, it doesn't mean that you're on the wrong path. It just means that, you might not necessarily be busy right now, or things might not be picking up speed. That's just how it is. Sometimes you just go through slow periods. It's nothing to be concerned about. But if that is something that's bothering you, then try and get out more. Use the weekends that you have. Try and make a little bit more time to spend with your family, with your friends, with your partner if you have one. With the Four of Cups and the Lover's card here, I'm hearing, Capricorn, that if you are feeling very distracted right now, remember why you're doing this, okay? Especially with this message of alignment that keeps coming through. Remember the original reason why you wanted to do this in the first place. I feel like you have to get back to a space, Capricorn, where your job is not necessarily, it might be boring you right now, or it might feel normal or just like the usual routine right now. But you started doing this for a reason, and I kind of feel like you need to get back to the root right now, back to the origin story. Like, why did I start doing this in the first place? And remember why this is something that you're passionate about to kind of get that spark back into your career. Because I kind of feel like you're in a little bit of a slump right now. As a side message, another side message that's coming through, you might feel like you're in a place right now where you have to make a choice between your personal relationships and your career, especially with the Knight of Coins here, because the Knights can represent travel in the tarot deck as well. So if you're thinking about taking some sort of opportunity that will involve a lot of traveling for work, or will involve like a relocation, or you might have to move to a different city or something, that might be why you're at a crossroads right now, or you feel stuck, Capricorn. If you feel like you're in an awkward position where you can't make this decision without losing something else. I'm also hearing that message again that you need to make more time to spend at home, okay? Remember to always choose what you love, like I said, even if that means you're choosing who you love, choosing the people that you love, okay? Because I'm seeing you in this place where you've been working hard for a long time, but you've forgotten how to get that sense of balance. You have to work hard and play hard and rest hard. So I feel like you need to practice those other two things a little bit more, especially if you're at risk of overworking and burning yourself out. Make sure that you're still taking care of your emotional, mental, and physical needs. Your advice for love and relationships, Capricorn, is express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So, for most of you, I feel like this is either a past person or possibly a current situation going through a rough patch. You might want reconciliation with someone, or you might want to extend an apology to them if you know you messed up. This could also be the other person's energy, so take it how it resonates. Energies can be reversed. I'm seeing communication here from a past person or a current person who is extending an apology towards you. For most of you, I feel like it's them. But it kind of feels like this person wants to express something to you. They want to communicate with you because they know that they need to apologize for their inappropriate behavior. And it feels like this person is kind of like biding their time right now and waiting for the right opportunity to approach you, especially if they've been keeping an eye on you and they already know that you're really busy in your career, Capricorn. Like, I feel like this person is a little afraid of wasting your time, or afraid that you're not even going to be open to communicating with them in the first place. And that's why you have not heard from them yet, but I feel like you will hear from them soon. You have the Strength card here. You could be dealing with a Leo. Like I said, I feel like somebody, whether you or them, is gathering the courage to reach out and communicate to the other person. But it kind of feels like somebody here has been through a lot. Like, this is a card of endurance, like it's not about physical strength, it represents inner strength. Because the lion is a reflection of how this person sees themselves, okay? And I feel like you and this person have been through a lot together, or this person put you through a lot of SHIT, for lack of a better word, Capricorn. And it kind of feels like you've grown and matured through that situation, and you've become much more fierce. Like, you know how to love yourself, you know your self-worth, you respect yourself. You've been working on like self-forgiveness and self-compassion and all the things that make you a more powerful person. You have the Death card here. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Like I said, there's a big change coming for you in your love life, Capricorn, whether you're ready for it or not, okay? Especially if this is a past person, you might not even want to hear from this person. So this message is going to be different for all of you. If this person does reach out to you, you might ignore them. You might not even want to hear from them. You might not even want to hear what they have to say. If you're open to communicating with them, you can just hear them out if you're open to that. You don't necessarily have to give this person another chance if you don't want to, but I feel like the result is going to be different for all of you. But I feel like this is the ending of something in your life, like the ending of one cycle of your life. But the Death card is also about rebirth. I feel like a lot of people fear change, and that's why so many people have a negative connotation of the Death card. But change can also bring good things. This could also be a positive change if you're willing to change your perspective on how you look at the situation. Especially if you feel like this person has been holding you back in some way. You have the Five of Swords here. Again, I feel like there was a big blowout, some sort of conflict here. The person that you're dealing with acted very selfishly, Capricorn. Or again, energies could be reversed. You might feel like you have some sort of inappropriate behavior to own up to. But I feel like if you feel that you cannot communicate with this person without it popping off into another conflict, then you might just have to cut them off completely. Like, use that sword and just like cut the cord, right? You might even think about like blocking this person on social media, or like deleting their number or something, especially if you feel like there is no way for this to move forward. And you might just have to be strong enough with the Strength card to really put your foot down and set and keep those personal boundaries so that you can protect your energy. With the Strength card and the Death card here, like I said earlier, I feel like a lot of people are afraid of change, Capricorn, because when your life is changing around you, you often feel like you're not the one in the driver's seat, you're not the one in control. But the Strength card is about facing your fears. Do not be afraid of change, okay? If things start to change around you, embrace those changes and willingly move forward. Step into the new. This might just be a time right now in your love life, and this doesn't have to be like an ex or a romantic connection. This could be like a difficult relationship with a family member, or like an old friend that you had a falling out with or something like that. So take it how it resonates. But sometimes you just have to, I feel like you're in a space right now emotionally, Capricorn, where you're in the process of like clearing out the clutter. You know what I mean? You have to get rid of something old in order to make way for something new to come into your life. And I kind of feel like you're still in the middle of that emotional transition right now. Don't be afraid of that change. If you feel like you've been in the middle of this for a while now, I can understand why you're just getting tired, why you feel exhausted, maybe even burnt out emotionally, especially if you've been through the ringer lately, Capricorn. You might even be focusing on your career and finances because you've been through such heavy emotional energies right now that you feel like you need that distraction at work to keep you motivated and to keep you going. Trust me, I get it. I've been there. But you just need to endure right now and push through to the other side, okay? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to keep walking until you see it. With the Strength card and the Five of Swords here, don't be afraid to be a little selfish, Capricorn, right now, okay? Especially during this difficult transition. That doesn't mean that you have to be rude to this person or aggressive. But don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and say, no, thank you. I'm not going to settle for the same kind of treatment, okay? I'm not going to settle for that anymore. I deserve better. Don't be afraid to put your foot down with this person if that's what you feel that you need to do. There's nothing selfish about putting yourself first, especially if you've been stuck in a situation where the other person never considers your emotional needs, okay? If somebody else is not willing to put you first, then you have to do that for yourself. That's a part of learning self-respect. Clarifying the Death card is the Seven of Pentacles. Like I said earlier, I feel like you might just be in a place right now where you're focused on your career and finances to help you get your confidence back so that you can become that fierce version of yourself, so that you can do the inner work. And it might not necessarily even be literal. This could be about going within, diving deep into your subconscious to deal with your inner issues and the parts of yourself that you might not necessarily like or that you feel like you need to learn to love more, right? Because I'm seeing you investing in yourself right now. Instead of investing in other people to make you happy, you're learning how to make yourself happy. And that's going to take a lot of patience and a lot of hard work, but hard work pays off. So if you want to reach that light at the end of the tunnel, it's going to take a while, but you need to be able to create an environment for yourself right now, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, that is more sustainable for you. And I feel like you know that this person can't give you that. Clarifying the Five of Swords is the Sun. Like I said earlier, I know you're walking through a dark tunnel right now, but that light at the end of the tunnel is coming. You can see it in the distance, Capricorn. The ending of this difficult transition is almost over, and you can get to the other side of it, and you can come out really strong and fierce and knowing yourself better than you have ever known before. I feel like you're in a place of self-awareness right now, and you might be stuck in survival mode like throughout this phase, especially if you feel like you're being triggered a lot, if you're over emotional, if you're getting angry very easily or upset very easily. Those things might be something that you need to work on, possibly with a professional, if you're open to experimenting with counseling or therapy, for example. Especially if you're experiencing a lot of anxiety or triggers right now, it kind of feels like you're in a place where you're constantly in like fight or flight mode, right? But you don't have to stab everybody with this sword and get defensive about things all the time. You can learn how to protect yourself in a way that is healthy and communicative. And I feel like if you're willing to put in that work, then the positive vibes will start to pay off, okay? And you can get back to a place of radiance and warmth where you are feeling more stable within yourself. Okay, Capricorn, I feel like those are the messages that you needed to hear. You can comment down below or like this video to let me know if this message resonates. That engagement helps me a lot. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel and click that bell to be notified every time I upload another tarot reading, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Capricorn.